Hello, hello, hello. What's going on, guys? Just doing some fun little children's week farming. Uh, Doing some small egg farms. They're selling like crazy right now. I had a couple of hundred set back, and then I flipped a couple this morning. They've all sold. So now I'm out here doing the farm.
American Freight, formerly Sears Outlet, now
Oh,
has
shoot.
even more for your home for less, which means it's the perfect day to.
Don't mind that blasting. So, guys, we're pretty much just gonna chill out here for a little bit. We're gonna farm small eggs. We're just using a pretty simple macro here just to target the flesh rippers and cast moonfire. Doing this, these guys will not force spawn. They're on a very short spawn timer. They're not going to force spawn, but if you're doing solo, I would say this is probably the best place, well, the easiest place. Essentially, you can just sit here, and then normally every about 3 minutes I'll run around, loot everything, but you get about 550 to 630-ish, I think, is about the highest that I've ever really gotten here. But, oh, there it is. There we go. But right now, because of Children's Week, these guys are absolutely just flying off the AH. Oh, game's a little laggy. Here, let's do this. One thing. Alright, let's see. Maybe that'll be a little better. Slightly more better. Yeah, so for everybody just tuning in, we are chilling over here in Westfall, right next to this like dinosaur-ish whale-looking corpse dude. I don't know why they're not spawning as fast. Um, but we're over here farming for small eggs. They're selling like crazy right now. A couple hundred that I had in my bank, just kind of chilling, are no longer there. They sold really fast. And currently on my server, they're selling for about 24 to 26 gold pop. So with this spot, this is really for like solo farming. This is probably your best bet. Ooh, man, I'm really lagging. How about this? We'll see if I just disable all. Maybe that'll speed things up for me a little bit. Mm-mm-mm. That lag is for real. Let's see here. Maybe it's got something to do with that. Let's see. Alright, hold on, guys. I will be right back. I'm trying to figure. Alright, so back to what I was talking about. So, essentially what we're doing is we're farming these small eggs. These small eggs are just absolutely flying off the AH right now because of Children's Week. So Children's Week essentially is a cool little like small event. I'm going to be putting out a guide over a couple places to farm the small eggs pretty soon, probably tomorrow. But if you guys are tuning in now, you kind of get a little bit of an overview before that. This is probably my favorite place to farm small eggs if I'm in a group or if I'm not in a group. If I'm running solo, I will do this area. It's very simple. There's only 4 spots that they really spawn. Every now and then you'll get one spawn back here. That's really it. Just kind of run back and forth, collect the small eggs, and just absolutely rake in the gold during Children's Week. Or Winter's Veil. This can also be used in Winter's Veil to make the cookies. A lot of people don't want to go out and farm them, so this is also something that you can really work toward stockpiling for each year. Because, for example, I had right around 600 in my bank. I should have had more before it started, and I posted all 600 up, and they all sold probably within maybe an hour or two, and they all sold for between 19 and 24 gold a peep. So it's pretty impressive. So we're going to kind of talk a little bit about what you can do with Children's Week. Other than that, there are different locations that you can use. I currently don't have a Druid party set up. The best and most optimized place is Loch Modan. Unsung, what's up? Are you surprised at why I'm sitting here? Yeah. Yeah, that's probably about right. So if they are, and you have a druid, then I would sit over here and kind of do what I'm doing right now. You do what I'm doing right now and use this macro that I'll show you here in a second, you can get about 550 to maybe even 630. I think 630 is the most I've ever gotten farming this spot that I'm at right now. Then you're doing farming correctly if that's all you farm with. Whoops. Oh man, lag is real. Rogue man, Tim's for prison keys. Yeah, yeah. I wouldn't do that right now. Small egg farming's the way to go right now. I would love to know what server you're selling. What server is selling them for 147? My God. See, the real test is if if yours sells for 147, I would come out here and do this, maybe just 5-10 minutes and test it. You put them up on the AH and they sell for 147, then until the end of Children's Week, you need to sit here and do nothing but this and never leave this spot. Just have a bank alt sitting in Stormwind, just send them all to him, and that's it. Very nice. 446. Damn, that is good. What server are you on? Is it like a medium or is it a high pop server? Where are they all going? I don't know if it's partially because of my lag that I'm having right now. These guys never take this long to spawn. Servo. Am I about to get kicked from the server? Let's see. No? Okay. Hmm. Interesting. I can't tell you how many years I have been farming this spot, and I don't think I've ever seen this happen. Huh. Alright. Well, if this keeps up, then I guess we're gonna have to go to Lockmadan. Let's just go ahead and do that. Alright. So that's the first spot right there. Maybe it won't do that to you on your server. I don't know why they started despawning. I don't think I've ever had that happen. So they started despawning there, so we're just gonna go over to Lockmadan because I know those don't despawn ever. And what I'll do is, while we're doing this, we will start a group. Alright, so if anybody watching wants to join in on this group, it'll be me as a druid. We're going to farm some small eggs for Children's Week to sell them. They're selling like crazy right now. So if you want to join in, you can. More than welcome to. I will just do a Alright, there we go. We need druids. Well, I mean, technically you don't have to be druid. We can have maybe one person not be a druid and have him stand like right on one of the guys. But more efficient if you can use a druid because then you can just use the macro that I have set up. Yeah, Sig. What are the? I'm curious to know if everybody, whenever you're kind of just hanging out, check out the prices of small eggs on your server and post it in chat. I'd be interested to see. We already have Hero saying his is there's 147 gold on their server. That's insane. Let's see, make sure I'm, because I am not going. 6 gold on your server. That's not that great. Yeah, yeah, I would have been surprised if they sold for 147. Normally, what I see them get up to is you'll see them anywhere from like 5 to 30. You can get around 1,000 of them if you join in and do like a 4 or a 3 set druid farm like what we're talking about. Yeah, 60 of them. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Hero, if you had 60 of the 147s sell, yeah, you need to either do that spot on Westfall if it's not glitchy on your server, or come over here to this other one I'm about to show you. Because 147, so what? Top end, yeah. So if they're selling for 147 on your server religiously, top end on this farm that I'm about to show you is 800 to 1,000. So if you hit 1,000, then be 147k in an hour. That would be unreal. Now, trying to get 1,000 to sell would be a little different, but still, that's a lot of gold. Let's see, we got a monk. Oh, there's the druid that was out here earlier. I'm gonna move this back over here. Yeah, so really, and I'll kind of give like a broad overview because there's some stuff that I'm still looking at. I'm gonna try to put out a video to kind of help everybody see exactly all the little different things that you need to do to kind of prepare for Children's Week and all that kind of stuff. So you can run alts can do all of the quests. So as many alts that you have that can run the quests, you can get those pets. So it's really nice to stockpile. So you can stockpile the pets. But the bigger thing, which will make a lot of gold on, is obviously farming the small eggs and also if you can actually make the delicious chocolate cakes. So one of the achievements has you eat a bunch of candy and stuff in front of your orphan, which is just, yeah, cruel and unusual punishment. But nonetheless, all of the stuff can be used. Um, there we go. All of the uh, all of the items for actually getting that achievement you can get from vendors, except for one, and it's the delicious chocolate cake. So if you look at delicious chocolate cake on your server, Hero, if eggs are selling for 147, I bet you the delicious chocolate cakes are selling for like over 6k a pop. And the only way for you to be able to do the delicious chocolate cakes is if you did cooking dailies in Burning Crusade. That's how you get it. Let's see. Oh yeah, the Spring Striders, they actually do pretty well throughout the year. I've always been impressed with those. Well, at least on Dentard, because that's where I've sold most of mine. Let me see. Let's see. So we got one person that's gonna farm with us for a little bit. Well, there we go. I need to get this. So the mats are. Don't quote me or like don't hold me to it, because I'm trying to remember from what I looked at earlier. I think the mats are ice cold milk, mild spices, um, the flask, like the tawny flask of Stormwind. I think that you have to buy from um, Shatrath. There's a barmaid there that sells it. So everything that's in and small eggs and mage roll. So if you want to farm mage roll as well, you can do that. The price is going to spike. Um, this just seems to be better, especially if you can get a group. Have you, hey Hero, do you have the actual pattern for it though? Like, can you make the cakes yourself? I realized on my tune that I have on Dentarg, I can make the cakes, but I do not have it on my Stormrage character. Oh, nice. Yeah, I need to get it. Looks like it's pretty easy. Just need to do a daily and craft a couple of like Burning Crusade cooking recipes. I just have to level my cooking on my main on Stormrage. I don't have any of the old world cooking like at all on them. I have BFA cooking, just not any of the old world cooking. I gotta get better about that when I start the new servers. Yeah, B, so we are farming small eggs. A normally borderline worthless thing to farm. However, twice a year they become outrageously expensive. So this is probably the best spot to farm if you're in like a group or you have a druid and you have the macro set up and everything. You farm the small eggs. It's used for Children's Week or one of the achievements. And essentially the achievement is you eat a bunch of candies and baked goods in front of one of the orphans and then you get the achievement. But the key is that you have to make, or one of the things you have to eat is delicious chocolate cake. Like I was saying, it requires small eggs. The only way you can get it is if you have a Burning Crusade recipe for cooking. So if you have the Burning Crusade recipe for cooking, um, you know, come and farm this for maybe an hour or two and then make a bunch of chocolate cakes and put them up on the auction house. Because on Storm Rage right now, I think they're selling for like 4 or 5K a pop. Yeah. Yep, okay, that makes about sense. Or sounds about right. Yeah, 7K on your server. They are expensive. Okay. B, do you, yeah, 10K on your server? Holy shit. Yeah, so, in the next, like, day or two, I am going to be trying to put out, like, a guide as I walk my alts through it, because I need to get it on Storm Rage. So you can check that out, but I'll try to walk you through it as best I can while I'm just sitting here talking to you. So you have to get Burning Crusade cooking, and then there's a, you can check Wowhead. There's a quest giver at the cooking trainer in Shattrath in BC. You talk to him after you have Burning Crusade cooking, and he wants you to essentially kill a demon up in one of the zones. You take his little thing up there with 2 other cooking things that he asked for in the quest, and you essentially make like a cauldron boil for him, and then he gives you, essentially it's a cooking quest for Burning Crusade daily, and it gives you this crate that has a chance to drop the recipe. So that's how you work on it, and you get it. I am farming small eggs because it's Children's Week, and they are ridiculously expensive right now. So let me see if I can put just a couple of add-ons on. Now it seems to be moving a little bit more smooth. My UI has just been horrible lately. And then master. There we go. So I can actually show you whenever I. Oh yeah. Well, I was about to say if they're selling for if the small eggs are selling for 147 gold on your server, I knew it was going to be outrageous for the cake. Or what's your favorite druid mod set? Ooh, um, that's a tough one because if you can't tell, I pretty much just kind of piece together a lot of my mogs and make it very questionable pretty much at all times. If I had to say one that I really enjoyed, I really like the Druid set from Molten Core. I don't know why, it's just the old school set, but it's probably one of my favorites. And then there's another set that I've seen. I forget which raid mythic, and I don't remember, but it's the one that is the druid set that has the butterfly wings on the shoulders. That one's also really nice. Yeah, so B, if the eggs, so just take this into consideration. Eggs are flying off ice. I've sold over 600 of them just today. So, I mean, most of the time when you're running these farms, you can get anywhere, if you don't have as much competition as I have running with me right now, you can get right around, if you're solo farming, 500 to 600 an hour. If you have a group on this farm and you just like do a 4-man druid group and hit the macros, then you don't have to worry about it because you're essentially just killing all of them. and you'll make like 800 to 1,000 an hour, or you'll get 800 to 1,000 eggs an hour. So if, let's see, so even if you said on the low end, just say you had 550 is what's going to drop from you having competition, then you're looking at 16,500 gold an hour farming small eggs on the low end on your server if they sell for 30, which is pretty nice, and they sell pretty damn fast because a lot of people are trying to make the delicious cakes. I would be I would do more stockpiling on the eggs because they're quicker to move than I would stockpiling on the cakes. So if you get the recipe, or if you have the recipe, I'd say at the very, very most, I would have like 5 made and up at one time, at the most. And then if a cake sells, make another. I wouldn't do any more than that, and then I would just stockpile eggs. Currently, right now, I'm farming them in Loch Madan, right here on the south side of the little loch right there. You're just killing the little loch buzzards. Let's see. So you can, Zephyr, you can see right here, there's horde that I'm battling with right now that you can farm. So you can farm here in Loch Madan. Now, there is well, it's not necessarily technically a horde specific spot, but um, let's see. On the Isle, right up here, there'll be some, I think it's dragon hawks. The only bad thing is you cannot fly, so it makes it. I think technically if you're doing it with a group and they're killing a lot, you can get more than 1,000 an hour from what I've heard. But you have to be in a group to get that much. If not, it's just going to be really, tedious, and you're just going to be running around a lot. As you can see, I have a good little bit of competition here, which is all good. Just trying to show you guys, help you guys out, make a little extra pocket change for the week. Been making a killing with those bags. Yeah, hey, crazy. So, if there's no eggs on your server, on your AH, look at the price of delicious chocolate cake. I bet you anything it's through the roof. I bet you what somebody did is somebody probably bought them out and then made cakes. And then now they probably just own the market on your server. Ooh, also, fun little side tidbit. I spent, it took me probably a lot longer than it should have, but I just couldn't quite get it to work the way I wanted it to. But I have finally a 100% working macro to hit the accept button when you buy out on the new auction house. I'm not sure if you're aware, if any of you guys use it, but with TSM or the regular auction house now, you can no longer mass buy certain things. So like they'll let you mass buy materials, but if you want to mass buy, like say, deep sea bags, you have to sit there and hit buy out and then accept, and buy out and accept. And it just takes forever. But I have a macro now that will essentially hit the accept button for you. So you can just click buy out and immediately hit the macro and it auto accepts. So you never have to move your mouse, you can just keep hitting the key, which is really beneficial because I needed to reset the Storm Rage's bag market because people were tanking them down into like the 150s and 160s. So I bought it back out and now there's back up selling for 240. But if any of y'all are interested in the macro, then I will post it below. If you guys want to, take a peek at that. It works great. Did it die? They died. I'm just gonna. I think they fell asleep at the keyboard. They fell into the Forbidden Sea. Well, if anybody is on and watching and wants to join, I have made a group. You're more than welcome to join. If I can get maybe one or two more druids over here, we could definitely just own this little spot. Yeah, I'm wondering why they're doing that. So Sig, like everybody else knows, the other place that Sig is talking about was the place that I was at earlier, maybe a couple of minutes ago. Um, it's a spot over in Westfall, and normally that one works just as well for farming. Actually, a little bit better for solo farming because normally people don't go there. And you can just stand in one spot and kill 3 to 4 that will just spawn. And for some reason they were bugging out. Horde and Alliance can do both of those locations farms. As you can see here, I have a Horde Druid and a Horde Night Elf that I'm currently fighting for these with. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm Alliance. Hmm. Well, so what this is telling me is that I need to work on my Horde presence as well, so then we can do some Horde farms. I have a Druid that I'm leveling up on Area 52 right now. I'm wanting to make a presence on the Horde side. A little bit more of a presence. Really don't have much of a presence at all on Horde. Alright, B. I think that my group is still up. You're more than welcome to join. Oh, Zeph, that's the only way to go. It's the only way to be is a druid farmer. The only thing that would make druids even more appealing is if Volpera, they did that purposefully because they didn't want it to be that overpowered, but man, could you imagine if Volpera could be druids? You could have all the everything that druids already have, plus camp. Yeah, that would just be, that'd be unreal. All right. Hey Nathan, thanks. Yeah, it's been growing like crazy. Ooh. Uh-oh. BOE mugs. Whoa, crap. Oh, I'm lagging again. No. Alright, fine. Time to disable all the add-ons. Ooh, still lagging. So B, is this you that joined the group? There we go. Ooh, what we got there? Leather working. Okay. Oof, and I hate not having my bag on. Alright. Yeah, Sam. So, essentially right now, the answer is yes, because they're normally a item that's just not farmed at all. You normally pick them up for ridiculously cheap, just like silver each. And right now, because of Children's Week, and also when Winter Veil comes around, the small eggs are used in a cooking recipe. Children's Week is the delicious cakes. Winter's Veil are the cookies, and it sells for a lot. So like right now on Storm Rage, they're selling for 20 to 24 gold a pop, and you can get anywhere from, like I said, like 5 to 600 an hour doing normal farms. If you get a group going, you can get 800 plus an hour. Or macro that I should use for it. Yeah. So let's see. Oh, bag. Boom. All right. So yeah, so essentially what I use is I use this right here, the lock buzzard one. Essentially, it's just the pretty basic target lock buzzard and then cast moonfire. So if you set up macros before, you can just do the like a new macro and then hit backslash TAR and then space lock buzzard and backslash cast moonfire. Essentially, when you set that up, it'll just auto target it and everything for you. Do you have a travel form macro? So essentially, what we'll do is we'll just kind of, now that everybody else seems to be gone, we will just kind of run around. Just run around and kill as many as you can. When we get, or if we get two more, oh, you have it keybound but not macroed. Okay, that's fine. Um, when we get 2 more, then we will stop flying around and we'll set up essentially positions of where we'll be standing so that we can just auto cast and hit them. Once we hit 4, it'll be way, way, way more optimized because we really won't have to move around a whole lot. Just every 3 to 4 minutes or so, we'll move around. Going on, everybody? Everybody having a good night? If you're just joining in with us, we're farming small eggs for Children's Week, and we're looking for 2 more druids that want to join in on some fun. About to hit your first mill. General tips on hitting 5. Yep. Play the auction house. Don't be scared to lose money. You got to spend some money and do some flips to hit that 5 mil fast. That's what you're wanting to do. Don't just let your money sit there. Reinvest it. Kind of the same kind of thing, but I know a lot of people, once they hit that 1 mil mark, it's hard for them to sit there and cash out 500K, 600K on investments, but it's worth it. But it's always a gamble, so make sure that you do your research before you do anything big like that. Start small, work your way up. Obviously, if you're just now getting a mill for the first time and you've never really done any big flips, I personally wouldn't do any flips over like maybe 100K. Give it some time. You'll get used to doing the flips. Don't if you try to reset something and it doesn't go quite the way you wanted it to, don't freak out. Don't jump out too quick. There's a lot of times where you'll buy and reset markets and then you'll have to also double down and then reset the market again, but then it'll sell. So play the long game and keep calm when you do the auction house stuff because it can get hairy at sometimes. Oh yeah, I gotta work on. I'm gonna work on all those achievements. I realized that I have never gotten the patron or the matron title. So this time around is gonna be, I'm gonna have to get it. So we're gonna go for that. Yeah, I'll be honest. It is really it is really hard to go wrong with spending money on professions. I mean, really wrong. Unless you just spend the money to level the profession and then never touch it again. That's really, really the only way that you ever lose out on that investment. Because I know a bunch of people will kind of like shit on transmog and all that other kind of stuff, but yeah, transmog is far from dead. There's a shitload of money, well, such a shitload of gold that you can make from old world crafts, and it's it's always an investment. There's always some kind of investment. I actually made a huge one recently, and I've had a couple mil. I think the most I've ever had in my bags like liquid at one time was a little bit under 4, but I made a big one for me. I reset the market twice back to back on Storm Rage with bags, and ended up spending probably right around 400 or 500K. But I did it because I knew that the price of materials wasn't going anywhere, and it didn't. And I bought an absolute shit ton of deep sea bags for anywhere from 180 to 190 gold. And for the past 3 days, I've done nothing but sell bags, and they're consistently selling still for 240 to 250. So I'm happy. Hey Nick, the farm for the night is small eggs. Farming small eggs to sell them on the auction house or make the delicious cakes. I think somebody just messaged me. Yeah. Oh yeah, let's invite him in. Is that him? Oh, all right. He's gonna come back and we'll have another druid. That's nice. Let's see. Woo! All right. If anybody's left, we just need one more after that. We got raiders. Let's see. All right. What'd you say, Sig? Yeah, that's rough. Do you have alchemy? Like, have you looked at other ways that you may be able to like still flip and maybe not make profit, but get closer to your initial investment? Currently on my server, they're going for 20 to there's 20 to 24 gold a pop. All right, so essentially, let me fly up here so I can see exactly. So when I think it was there, I think we need. I think if we have someone like there, and there's buzzards that fly right there. There's buzzards that fly right there. Somebody can definitely sit here and hit those three. We could do this with three and pretty much just force spawn them. And then I'll have another there. That should essentially force spawn them. How long would this farm last? Are you asking how long I'm going to do it, or are you asking how long it's going to be a profitable farm? So if you're asking how long I'm going to do it, there's no telling because I can sit here for a very long time and farm this. If you're asking how long it's going to be profitable, until the end of Children's Week. Yeah, so So here's the thing that I would do with it. Do you have a bank alt of any kind that you kind of keep up? Where you send stuff that you want to sell and all that fun stuff? Because essentially what I would do is I would farm this, and it doesn't really matter if you get more than what actually sells for this event. It doesn't really matter. Just stick them back, and you're still gonna make a lot of gold off of these no matter what you do, even if they don't all sell before the event, because then you just stick them back in like a guild bank or something like that, and wait until Winter's Veil, and they will sell for probably around the same price during Winter's Veil. Let's see, can I hit? I stand here. I can hit them. Okay, I can. I get. You gotta stand like right there to hit both of those. You can hit that one. All right. So yeah, I got that marker set good. There we go. All right. And I think if I sit right here, yep, I can hit that. I can hit that. All right. I think we got these all set up. No, yeah, no, I know they don't need line of sight. I'm trying to set the markers up so that it will so essentially it will uh that you'll be able to just stand in the one spot and actually hit them. Not necessarily range of sight, it's the range of the cast is what I'm trying to set it up. Because normally you have 4 when you do this, and we're trying to do it with 3. Okay. Sorry about that. Yeah, sorry if I missed your comment in the stream. Oh shit. Oh, there we go. Now we're back. All right. So now we got 3. Who y'all are in the? All right, we're all in. Do you guys all have the macro set up? Oh, there we go. All right, range 6 gonna come back. All right, we're gonna have 4. Sweet. Sweet. Because then I can sit right here because there's this one that flies high that's gonna screw with the spawn rate. So then we can have Moon Pie sit over on the red. Yeah, sorry. So it is, yeah, like he just said. Essentially, you make the macro, and it's going to be \TAR, and then it'll be lock buzzards. Then you'll do enter, and then it'll be \cast moonfire. Everybody over here, or where's Moonpie coming? Where's that one flying? They're gonna be sneaky. Get down here. Gonna reset. Gonna make it. All right. Multi-boxing. Yeah, I've considered multi-boxing. I I just got to get used to it. Haven't quite jumped down that rabbit hole yet. Trying to get there. Are they not spawning anymore? Oh, hold on. Oh man, holy crap! 16 accounts. Yeah, I need a nice deep dive into multi-boxing. This one here is annoying. Okay, which one are you talking about? Just so we can try to figure out. Is there one up here? Okay, I'm probably missing. So, let's see. Yeah, we need those. Alright, so I think it spawns like on me. Okay, so we'll have, I think you guys are all in the stream. So we'll have MoonPie stand on red and cast, or MoonPie is not. Let's see. Alright, and then we'll just message every 4 minutes. I'll message every 4 minutes for us to kind of loot on everything. We'll just set a timer, and boom. Oh, you're in the stream? Sweet. Alright, we got a full, that is awesome. That is awesome. Whether we actually get this to fully work for us or not, I will call this a success because I have a full party of Stream Farm. This is awesome. Alright, now are they force spawning or is there still a lag? I'm trying to figure out whether or not there's one like flying up high or something. Yeah, Andrew, that'd be awesome. So, well, what I'm trying to figure out right now is why they're not force spawning. So I think we're missing one somewhere. Oh, there we go. Actually, no, that seems to be doing good now. Awesome. Yeah, the server lag has been a for real thing. Can you actually make 100K in a day? Yes, but it's not going to be easy. I'm just going to be completely honest with you. I may not be as skilled as some people or have as many alts as some people and stuff like that, but to get yourself to where you can make 20K an hour easily, takes time and takes setup, or takes special events, kind of like what we're doing right now. Okay, so if we need to, maybe that's slowing it down. So let's see. So let's just do loot at the same time then. So we'll just do one big circle. So we'll kill everything. So let's go ahead and just loot where you're at, and then we'll just do a big circle. And I'll make one one flag here so you guys know to come here. So we'll go right here. So blue goes to skull, skull goes to red, red goes to moon, moon goes to blue. And we'll just do a big circle from there. So essentially we'll just do a big circle looting as we go, because maybe that's causing them to... So they normally, what happens is about every 4 minutes they despawn unless it has an epic item. There are some old farms that use like legacy loot that you can do, like with Antorus and stuff like that. But you know, again, it's not gonna be like if you're talking about the videos that you see people posting up where they're like, oh, make 100K in an hour doing this transmog farm. I mean, it just, even I love transmog and I love farming transmog, and you will never see me tell you guys that you can go and farm a transmog that will sell instantly and sell for 100K, because it just won't happen ever. Unless something drastically changes and that transmog item just happens to be like the hottest new thing since the new Animal Crossing came out for Switch. I mean, that's not how it works. Yeah, Loot Appraiser always says 100K, man. Pretty sure Loot Appraiser always gets your hopes up. Yeah, then you'll be lucky if you sell, if you sell it within the year. Now, don't get me wrong, there's a place for transmog. I don't want you guys to think that there's not a place for transmog. It just doesn't, transmog does not need to be your main source of income. If it is, you're always consistently going to be hurting for gold. Unless you're just on some hidden server that you're keeping a very good secret about, that apparently sells like over 100K worth of crafted transmog and gathered transmog like daily. And if that's the case, and you have some secret that you've been keeping from all this, please DM me and let me know. I will graciously help your server out by crafting a bunch of transmog on that server. Okay, so now, right now, Hero, are you talking about the mythic transmogs from Legion? Like those monk shoulders that drop from, that are bind on equip, that drop from Antorus and all that fun stuff? Because if that's what you're talking about, yeah, that's, I mean, you're running around with a horseshoe in your ass if you get one of those to drop. But yes, you're right. I mean, I've seen two people that have already sold them on Storm Rage today. Those little red bubbly monk shoulders that look really really cool. Oh, they delisted us for inactivity. Look at that. How rude. All right, I'm gonna hold on a sec. Let me. All right, guys, you keep doing your thing. I'm gonna slack off here in the minute so I can recheck because I'm losing it. Everybody knows. Yeah, yeah, yeah. See. So the legacy that you're talking about, which ones are you talking about? Yeah, that's why. So B, that's why I always set up bank tunes for pretty much everything. I'm trying to get a little bit better about it now. I used to be horrible about it, but now I'm trying to get it to where it's like on each server I have one farmed transmog tune that just sells farm transmog, one crafted transmog tune, one recipe tune, one pet mount tune. And so like I have a lot of vaults. Yeah, I actually did that before. And Andrew, I know that some people have had luck with that, but I actually did not. Um, Not really recently, but probably about 6 or 7 months ago, I took a decent little break, and I was playing Final Fantasy, and I was gone for probably a month and a half at least. When I came back, I was like, "Oh shit! I completely forgot that I had like 5 TCG pets on a bank," and I logged in, it was gone. Messaged the GM, and he was like, "Nope, not having it." I was just like, "Oh, well, that hurts. That hurts a lot." Yeah. Mail changes are so for the most part, yes, I like the changes. However, the one thing that I don't like that they did, obviously, is they made it much harder for you to mass buy and reset market. I think that's what they were kind of trying to go for. I'm not quite sure if you were here in the beginning though of the stream, and like I said, you guys just let me know if you want me to post it. I came up with a macro that if you're just using the regular auction house, you can click buyout on stuff that you normally can't like mass buy quickly. And if you hit the macro after you click buyout, it'll automatically hit the accept for you. So it's a click for a click. So it's not against TOS or anything like that. But man, it helps whenever you're trying to reset a market. Like I had to reset bags, like I was saying. That was brutal. I bought a lot of bags. I still have a lot of bags. Yeah. That always hurts because, you know, I get so many transmogs on my banks, and then it's just like how do I actually even begin with half of it? My problem is that I need to get better with actually culling out the transmogs that I keep. Bags make the world go round. Yes, that is the truest statement that I could ever hear from somebody right now. I never knew how many bags a high pop server goes through in a day, but holy shit, that's unreal. Oh yeah, for sure. A 40 slot bag, absolutely. Obviously, I wouldn't pay 1 mil right now because I'm trying to get the long boy. But yeah, pretty much in any other circumstance, I would pay an arm and a leg for a bunch of bag slots. Dude, what is this farm? It is a small egg farm. Ooh, we got a lot. And we got a lot of stuff here. How long have we been going? Okay, so we've been going. Well, we haven't been doing it with the group this long. Oh man. Let's see. What is that? Crap. This just goes to show you how lazy you get whenever you're using a bunch of oh, scrap and scrap merchant. There we go. You're using add-ons for so long. I gotta have the easy scrap just fill all my junk. There we go. All right. So we've probably been doing this actual spot maybe 20 minutes now, 20-30 minutes. Yeah, nice. 5:21. Not bad. Oh, it all depends on what server you're on. I keep resetting the price on Storm Rage. That's like one of my biggest pet peeves that you guys will hear me harp about all the time. Like I get it. Everybody wants to make sells. Big server, everybody wants to make a bunch of gold, and you make a bunch of gold by either being the cheapest or one of the cheapest selling a certain item. I get that, but it doesn't do anybody any good if you're sitting there and you do like what some of these people are doing with bags. Like the day that I reset bags, I was selling them all day for 240 gold, all day, and then next thing I know, I turn around and it's 240, and then somebody puts 235, and then somebody puts 1,000 of them up for 219. It's just like, please, I get it. If you want to undercut by a silver or something, I mean, still, you don't really necessarily have to. You can say the same price and just, I mean, yours are going to sell first if you're the last one. So you can just put it at the same price. Yeah, of course. Add-ons make the world go round. Oh. Yeah, you gotta be a complete Scrooge with it. Just look at it as just investments, and that's what you're going for. Yep. But I look at it as more than likely, and really, really and truly, this is probably what it is. More than likely, the people that are doing stuff like that they're either one of two things. They're either trolling or they actually genuinely just don't know any better. But I've been selling a bunch of, so I've been kind of double dipping, and I know probably a bunch of people do this as well. But like, what I do is I find out this is another option if you're doing like mass buy and resells because it looks better when you're in trade chat offering it for the discounted price. So what I'll do is for example, my bags on Storm Rage, they sell for 242 gold each and a little bit of silver. After like the AH cut and everything like that, I see like 238, I think is what it is. So what I'll do is I'll post in trade chat that I'm going to sell bags cheap, and then people see that on the AH they're going for 242, and those are my bags already, so I'm already the cheapest. And then I'll say, oh well, I'll sell them to you for 238, so they're cheap. And technically they are. Technically they're cheaper than what they would pay on the AH for them. But I'm getting the same amount and still getting more sales. Now that does, take you having to actually sit or be in the AH, but I just do it when I'm sitting there posting anyway, so. Yeah, I would be careful with Voidfin. Um, if anything on y'all servers drops that's like rubbery flanks, deep sea bags, deep sea satin, tide spray linen. I wouldn't do Zenithid because it's multi-box to hell, so that's so volatile. You may see somebody put 100,000 of them up on your server the next day for 10 gold a pop. So I would stay away from that. But stuff like rubbery flanks, deep sea satin bags, stuff like that. If you see a massive drop like that, you're probably, as long as you've done your research on your server, you're probably okay buying and resetting. I will be completely honest, Nick. That is something that I have not looked into. I'm gonna check that out. Where do you get the albino cavefish? Oh wow, that's Kata and Deepholm. Damn, those go for right at 100 gold a pop on even on Storm Rage. Well, that's nasty. That's what I love about this. Always get to learn something different that just adds and just another little tick in your belt. Gives me one extra thing I can farm. My gold secrets? Or are you talking about Nick telling me about the albino cavefish? Because I would think by now that it's pretty obvious that I do a pretty shitty job of hiding my gold secrets because I have a channel where I tell everybody about my gold secrets. So, oh yeah, I'll have to say. Yeah, I'll be honest. One of the so yeah. So Andrew, two of the big questions that I have because it's pretty much what I would obviously I would use multi-boxing for dual gathering because I have a bunch of dual gatherers, and I would obviously want to use my boost to have more dual gatherers. But two other things would be because I haven't looked into any of the logistics with it. Are you able to mirror your setups, or do they have to follow? Because my big thing with multi-boxing is that I don't want to invest in it if I'm just going to be using it for dual gathering, even though I know I can make a lot with it, because what I want it to be able to do is I want it to be able to say I have 6 characters and I want to run them all through different instances of the same dungeon to do a transmog farm. That's what I'm kind of looking for. So that I can mirror my movements. So I can have, 6 kitty druids running through Uldaman on 6 different servers if I wanted to, but they're all mirroring the clicks and everything of my main, or do they have to follow? I promise I won't use multi-boxing for evil. I solemnly swear that I'm up to no good, though. So it does use follow, but you can mirror. Okay. Yeah, yeah. I had all the books, read all the books multiple times. Huge Harry Potter fan. Okay. So with the mirror program, that's essentially gonna allow it to do what I was wanting it to do. Use a hotkey. Okay. Because then essentially the way I look at it is I look at multi-boxing, really and truly I look at multi-boxing as an investment for the channel for me, because that just means that, with the time that I have, because obviously I still have a full-time job, um it takes a good bit out of me doing 100 runs of a dungeon for transmog and stuff like that, but to be able to see 4, 5, 6 characters run it through, and then be able to give you guys really good numbers. Spend the time to run. Essentially, the time that it would normally take me to run one character through 100 times, I can run 3, 4, 5 characters through 100 times, and then give you guys some like really solid numbers on what you're going to see over a long period of time running this dungeon or that dungeon or doing this farm. Oh no. All right, so I get what you're saying, and I know where I didn't explain as well. So so what I'm trying to find out is that with multi-boxing, can I use a mirror program so that I essentially have 3 or 4 characters not in the same group, like running the same instance, if that makes sense. Or not in the same instance together, all in separate, like their own groups. That's what I'm trying to figure out. And use the mirror to where they can all run through. Aha, see? Okay, that won't work. That's what I was trying to figure out. Yeah. Because obviously, that would just be absolutely broken as fuck if you could do that. Set the movement keys and they refuse to move. I mean, really and truly, it just comes down to is that, there's if there's not a way to do it right yet, somebody hasn't figured out a way to do it. Because essentially what you would have to be programming is, which still, like, I get that there's probably nothing right yet, or somebody hasn't figured it out how to do it, but still it would be classified as under multi-boxing because it's one click or one movement for one thing, which is Blizzard's whole big thing is that it has to be, one click for one click. So it would essentially be the same thing. It's just got to figure out how we can actually have it do that and have, the one click left turn all 6 characters left, and the one click right turn all 6 characters right. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, it's one button, one action per window. Oh, so what you're well, that's why. So you have to click. So when you're multi-boxing, this is why I'm naive to multi-boxing. So when you're multi-boxing, do you have when you like loot something, if you're dual gathering, do you have to click onto each window and click it to loot the item? Yeah, no, I do love macros, especially ones that make anything easier in the game. Gotcha. Yeah, yeah. So I'd like to play around with that and figure it out. But so Andrew, like what I was saying though is like, you do so you don't do like dual gathering with any of your multi boxers. How are we doing, everybody else? Getting a bunch of eggs. But everybody else looting up a bunch of eggs because we've pretty much we're just dominating this spot. Yeah, really. I mean, I get that it's boring. I know a lot of people think that it's boring, but you know, also you're also talking to the person that's leveled 2 characters 110 to 120 using the Tierguard Sound Herbalism mining route. So I enjoy a good farm. Okay, Vanilla. Oh, dang, Sig. That is not bad. 450 for solo. Yeah, because they're definitely more spread out, so you're gonna have a little bit of an issue. But 450 is nice. How much are they going for on your server? Oh, very nice. So vanilla, focus your main character screen, then it uses the interact. Okay. So then if all of that is fixed, then essentially that it sounds like the only thing that is holding me back from having the um, the multi-boxers being able to run separate instances themselves is really the movement, like how I get them to move. But if you can do the broadcast, can't you just broadcast your movement keys? Yeah, I just know this is another thing that's holding me back a little bit. Just to be honest, is I know that the second that I get multi-boxer, I'm gonna legitimately fall down the rabbit hole, and then I'm just gonna do nothing else. Multi-boxology, oh hell yeah, I'll give it a look. Oh yeah, obviously if I was doing it, I'd have like same. They would all be druids. I'd just all have druids running them all through old dungeons. Oh. Ah. Yeah, well, of course it doesn't, because you essentially get double the loot for the same amount of effort. Yeah, that's just nasty. And see, that's what trips up a bunch of people, and then they don't invest in multi-boxing. Is that they can't get past the point of it's like, you know, yes, you still have to make the initial amount. So if you have 8, they get overwhelmed because they see, oh crap, you have 8 characters, you have to get 8 tokens. Well, it takes you the same amount of time to get 1 token. But then after that, that's when it's just raking in pure profit. So it takes you the same amount of time as it normally would to get a token. But then when you have multi-boxing, everything after you make that token to keep the game time on the rest of the characters is just pure and utter profit. Love, they sell for right at 20 to 24 gold on my server. One toon at a time doing this farm. Actually, the Sig just posted they did the farm kind of with us in the same area, and they got 450. So it all depends on what they sell for on your server as well. Yeah, that's the other thing is that you got to make sure that you're touching as many markets as you can. Why when events come up, you do different farms that are gonna get you different items and sell those on the auction house, and then you move on to the next farm. Always new and exciting farms to be found. Yeah, about 20k. I'm lagging a little bit, but well, I don't even have all my regular add-ons up. There we go. All right. Yeah, it is running for right around 20k for most servers. There, and we're lagging good. I think it's just I think my game is legitimately just lagging from all the text that we have coming through and everything like that. Server lag is brutal right now. Oh, there we go. Much more better. Ooh, I'll have to give that a look. Yeah, I don't care about the loot window. I'll look at it when I get it in my bags. Love, what are they going for on your server? No, I do not have a potato for a PC. Yeah, Gross. Thanks for stopping in. Yeah, so you're sitting at about 11,250. But I mean, they sell really quick right now because of the event. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I'm running WoW on pretty fast computer. One of those white IBMs. I try to stick with the keeping the floppy disk just in case I ever need to use it again. Damn, server lag. Reload seems to fix it for me, but only fixes it for a very short time. Yeah, that's true. Oh, and I forgot what day it is. It's Friday. It was Friday at my 9 o'clock my time. Yeah, there's just of course there's something nostalgic about those old cases. Why are you causing the lag? That's very true. And I could upgrade away from this white terror. Nah, I got a decent little rig. Oceanic. I don't know. I think it's probably it kind of goes in and out. I kind of have a feeling that it's probably like what Andrew was talking about. It's probably just broad server lag due to it being, 9 o'clock on a Friday night or 10 o'clock his time on a Friday night. Yeah, Nick, take it easy. Good luck farming. And there's some stuff that I would get in a lot of trouble with multi-boxing just because then it just gives me even more reason to sit there and do my like 10-hour open world farms where I can spam and force shit to hyper spawn and stuff like that. I had a multi-boxing group. I would you guys would probably always ever only ever see me like in the Burning Steppes or in Winter Spring, something like that. Destiny drop. Well, Andrew, I may have to hit you up for some farming ideas if I don't get my multi-boxing group up soon. May have to borrow your army for some testing. Been wanting to test out the Burning Steppes old school open worlds for spawn to see if it actually got nerfed into, nerfed out of existence or if it's just nerfed to where you have to have 3 to 4 people doing it. Yeah, so I used to do the force spawn over there near Black Rock a lot, and I would always just do 2 groups or 2 people, and you could get away with it. Then you could have one person sitting killing the small pack at the end, and the one guy that walks back and forth, and then you could just have a monk sitting in between all 3, but they separated them further, so the ox statue doesn't grab them all anymore. Are you talking about at the Black Rock farm that I was talking about, or a different farm? Of course they are. Druids are very hard workers. Oof. Yeah. Damn, I wish my server was selling them for 200 a pop. Holy shit. But congrats. Like I said before, if they're actually legitimately selling for that, over 100, 200 a pop, you just need to essentially just sit here and do nothing but this until they stop selling. Yeah, B, that's what I'm talking about. So there's the little group, and I'm sure that Andrew probably knows the one I'm talking about. Um, the 3-pack of the armed guards with the warg guys right in front of the little Blackrock opening and Burning Steeps. And essentially, it's like the 3 packs that you see from the top, and then there's around the little bin. There's one more pack, and if you kill all of the packs, then they force spawn. And it used to be that you could just set one person at the back to kill that 4th group, and then have, like I said, have a monk with the ox statue, set the ox statue straight in the center of the 3 packs, and it would pull all 3 packs into the center. And what they did is, you can tell, they separated the packs further apart from each other where they stand, so the ox statue doesn't pull all of them anymore. Congrats, hero. Oh, Andrew? Okay, yeah, hell yeah. Alright, so. Alright, so sorry I haven't looked at it on this one. It's right here. So essentially, what you'll see is when you get over here, there'll be this little opening to this stronghold, and then right in front of it, there's going to be a little box group right here, a little box group right here, and a little third box group here. There's going to be a guy that walks from here all the way to the back, and then there's another little box group right here. And essentially, like what I was saying is normally when you kill this and you kill all 3 of these, they all spawn. What you could do is you could just sit there and just spawn, and hyper spawn, and as long as you were killing them, they would spawn. Juice, we are farming small eggs for the children's week. You use the small eggs in a recipe that to make the delicious cakes that sell for anywhere from 4 to 7K across most servers. Yes, it's the placement is a lot like the mop goat farm. You're talking about the ones up on the hill. Forgot where what that hill is actually called on the map. Yeah, juice. So like I was saying, we're farming the small eggs and selling them on the AH. Most servers are selling them ridiculous high prices. Not right now. My server is selling them for 20 to 24 gold, and apparently Crazy's server is selling them for 200 gold. So they're gonna have their if they sell that fast, they're gonna have their Brutosaur mount by next week. Oh, oh, where are we farming the eggs? Yeah, so we're farming right here, in Lochmadan. So it's just kind of right on the south side of the little lock. You'll see it when you get down over here. Yep, that's where we are. 25 gold. So I can tell you right now, because we just had somebody on the stream that was talking about they did it solo earlier. I mean, normally if you're running this area, you can get like they were saying, probably 450 to 500 depending on if there's no competition. Even if you just said 450 at 25, you're looking at a little bit over 11k in an hour. And I've already just this morning I had about 600 stockpiled, and then I bought this morning. Somebody posted up a bunch because I guess they didn't realize that Children's Week was starting, so they posted up like 130 of them for 1 gold, and I bought them, and all of the ones that I have sold. So that's why I'm restocking. Yeah. Hold up. That's my map. I don't have the add-on to check prices of items in different servers. Ooh, B, if you know of an add-on to where I can sit and like manually set what servers I want it to look at for certain items, oh man, that would be there's an add-on that does that. That would be awesome. Please let me know. Oh yeah, Undermine Journal is awesome. It hurts my soul having to turn all of them off because I'm trying to find out if that's what's making mine so bad. But you're right, it's probably just the server lag. It's not gonna change anything if I don't. Ah, I think. Oh, see, that's immediate lag. Yeah. Um. Turn that back off. Oh, which one is it? There we go. Yeah. Yeah. Probably. If somebody has created something like that, it probably is against the rules. On the same shard. Oh man, that sucks. You want? We could probably pull you into the group. We're down one, so killing me, Smalls. Killing me, Smalls, with that leg. Yeah. Yeah, they removed it because probably because of a bunch of different reasons. Nim, it is for the winter event, but it's also for Children's Week, which is what's going on right now. So they use them for making the delicious chocolate cakes. William, so here's the difference. Is it that no one is selling eggs on your realm, or is it that someone is buying all the eggs off of your realm? Yeah, I was about to say, if it's either that, it's either those two things. It's either, well, three things. So either nobody on your servers hopped on that train yet, um, or somebody's buying all the eggs off of your AH. Ooh, solid. Oh, nice. There we go. Oh man, this is when you know you have a problem. We have been sitting here farming eggs for over 2 hours. All right, what's the damage, guys? How many eggs you guys got? Yeah, and I got a little bit over 640. Nice. Doing some work here, guys. Oh, I was about to say I didn't see the back before that statement, Andrew. I was about to say if you are selling a spectral tiger for 100K, please please DM me. The only bad thing about that is that that would like completely ruin everything for me because I'm just gonna be completely honest with you guys. If I get 5 mil and I'm walking over to buy the Brutosaur mount and somebody posts in trade chat that they have that they're selling a Range of the Spectral Tiger for 5 mil, I will buy that shit so fast and learn it. I wouldn't even second guess. Be like, well, it was a good run, guys. I actually really just like the mount. I've always liked the mount. And you know, I do like the achievement of getting it. It's fun. That's what I like doing in the game. Obviously, I like grinding, finding different ways of making gold and all that fun stuff. If I didn't like all that, I would do like what you know a bunch of people are talking about and joking about doing, which is just you know use $500 or $600 off of the stimulus check that people are getting to pay for the long boy. Spectral. Westfall is a better spot for eggs if you're not in a group. Yes, absolutely true. But if you're in a group, you have a bunch of druids like we do, then this spot is faster. Come on now. There we go. Boom. Yeah, man. The token. Oh yeah, you do get more because the price has gone way down. Last thing I saw was like 119 or something like that. Yes. So a druid can target them. I'm wondering whether or not that has anything to do. Probably why they're up there is to set it to where it is much, much more difficult to have the actual force spawn. Because if I remember right, one spawns like up here, and one spawns up here, and then I think one more spawn like over here up high. Now here up high is fine because if you're right standing right here, you can get it. Oopsie cloak. See, this is the one that was flying up high here. So it was right here. Essentially, if you want to do, yeah, so that's very true. Those okay, so now those have spawned. So really, what that's telling me is that for this to be efficient, you would need one, two, this one, three, because this one can hit this, this, and this one, and then four. Just to be safe, you would at least need four, if not five. How long am I gonna farm for eggs and find my next farm? So I don't really ever have like a specific way that I go about finding my farms, other than I just kind of do a little research about what I want to look at next. I have a pretty big, I wouldn't say stockpile of ideas, but like farms that I've done over the years, a very large range. Um, so I kind of either just pull from ones that I know, um, or it's kind of hard to come up with new ones right now because we're not really in a point in the expansion where there's going to be a whole lot of new farms. But more than likely, what I'll do is, as long as these eggs continue to sell for Children's Week, which is, until next Thursday, I will probably do a majority of my farming here. As long as they're selling for that much on the auction house, they're selling that fast, there's not a whole lot of other farms that come close to that right now. But you also don't want to have everything all in one. So, I'm not going to sit here and do like 5 or 6 hours a day of this farming. And I kind of have an idea of a bunch of farms. Like, so for me, I like doing a bunch of 10-hour farms. So I'll find farms that I've done before for shorter periods of time and then do them for 10 hours or run a dungeon 100 times or more and all that fun stuff. It'll be interesting to see how Shadowlands kind of messes with it. I'm curious to see how it's going to mess with the kind of like the loot tables. Well, uh, some of the actually a majority of the dungeons that I run take longer than the time needed. Take the loot from the Blackrock mobs. Hey, I mean, we do have 3 people. If you guys wanna try, we're all druids, so we could do it. If you guys wanted to go and try that for a little while, I'm completely down with that. Because then we can have one person sit in the back, and then the other two just essentially AOE from the top. Yeah, so love. I'm sorry. Essentially, what I was saying is that a lot of the dungeons that I run, it takes longer than 1 hour to do 10 runs. So I just continuously run it. So even though I'm doing 100 runs of a dungeon, it takes longer. So I can just continuously do it because it takes longer um than the cap. Ooh, that's nice to know. Alright. Well, then we're gonna head over and see if we can't get the BlackRock to do its thing. Alright. Yeah, see, okay, so the key is with the whole bags being a mess thing is you just don't worry about it and you just throw it all in your bank. And then there will come a time when you have to have like a come to Jesus moment when you just can't put anything in your bank. And then essentially the come to Jesus moment is that you then create a guild bank on that character. Then you have a long time after that before you ever have to worry about that again. Yeah, man, talk about Dalla. He's been a damn machine lately. Putting out like a vid a day. Don't be the guy with 60 tunes all belonging to yourself. Yeah, no, I'm the opposite. I'm the guy that all of my alts have a guild bank to their own because I'm a hoarder. Yeah, I go on the WoW Economy Reddit. I post pretty much all my stuff that I put on YouTube on there. Hmm, well, isn't that sweet? Oof, oh crap! Hold on. Oh no. Oh, actually, well, use that. Well, see, the thing is why stop at one of everything? Then you can have two of everything. All right. Don't look as I do this. Sending it all off. Sort through it all later. Holy God. 100, 100? That's just insane. Absolutely insane. Uh, oh yeah, they don't want that. Okay. Alright, now we're much more better. Profession slaves making sky columns. Yeah, that would work. That sounds about right. If I was hospitalized, that's what I would do. What happened? Yeah, well, with that many characters, yeah, I'd probably start sitting on the brink of insanity myself. Alright, here she is. Pedro, what's up? Doing good. How about yourself? Alright, so, essentially, got. Well, let's undo all. Alright. Thanks, that's really nice. I appreciate that a lot. Milan, we were just farming up small eggs over in Loch Madan. We were doing that farm for Children's Week. It's making ridiculous gold across most servers right now, so if you want, check that out. You're gonna kill the flesh rip or not the flesh rippers, the lock buzzards over in Loch Madan. If not, if you don't have a group and you're solo farming, do Westfall. There's a group of buzzards. Let's see. There are. You look right here. I can't get the map right. You look right here in Westfall. Right around here, there's going to be a whale corpse. And there'll be 4 or 5 little buzzards that spawn. If you're solo, just sit there and do that. Hey, I mean, if you're making 35K a day doing herbalism, just keep it up. I would ride it as long as you can until it starts tanking. Alright, guys. So, here's the dealio. So we have that group, and that third group. Those are the ones, obviously, I want to hit there and there. So this one, you don't have to loot as often as we did the buzzards. We do this loot like maybe every like 3 or 4 minutes. But, so here's the thing. So to get these guys to actually force spawn the way we want them to, if you want, we'll have you guys or you two sit here and just kill that group because I need to sit. Somebody needs to sit back here and also be killing this group. Yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna run. I'm gonna run cat form. But for one group of them, we're still gonna need like an AOE. There we go. Alright, have you sit there. Essentially what we're farming right now is we're trying to see whether or not we can make these guys force spawn. Looks like you still can. So we need to get... so they didn't nerf this. They just nerfed it to where you can't do it with a 2-man anymore. So essentially what you're farming with this is you're going to get a shitload of raw gold. You're going to get a lot of cloth. And the other thing is you're going to get a lot of transmog. And you're going for like big epic transmogs. Anybody else on the stream have a druid or another character with a AoE that wouldn't mind joining and making a fourth? Oh shit. I really just do that. I did just do that. Doesn't matter what server, you can still join the group, just as long as you're Alliance. This is in Burning Steppes, and yeah, you're right. So this was really rough when I was trying to do it with just two man. But if you 4-man yeah, this would be legit. Well, see if you dusted off the old Alliance tune, you can't just watch. You gotta join in. Oh, here, hold on. Pedro, what I'll do is I will create a group. Look for our group under customs. I'll put it as modest. Modest, just type in modest and it should come up. So look under your custom groups. There you go. Shit. Who is all these? Oh shit, I'm getting a lot of... can we have... Going pretty good. Oh crap, Andrew, was that you, the fun and games? Can we do this as a raid? Can we have more than 4? Oh, we can do 2x4. All right, so I have never had enough people to farm with me to set up my own 2x4. So you guys can walk me through it. So somebody else make the group 2x4. Just wanted to watch. Yeah, so you guys can form the second group. All right. I'll let everybody know. Loot now. Ah, shit, you don't have to prove anything. I take it that was a bunch of you guys from the stream, so if you guys have already started the second group, let me know. Because this still looks like it's pretty insane. This is how it used to be whenever you would do 2-man with the monk, is it would just constantly spawn like this. Well, we were checking to see whether or not you could still force spawn these guys, and looks like you can. So we'll just have, is everybody here? Oh, Bell, almost here. Alright. Yeah, asking, like I said, we're farming these guys. You can force spawn them pretty much. And they drop a lot of cloth, a lot of transmog, and then they can also drop a lot of really nice patterns and even some high-end transmog like Kroll's Blade and Alabaster, bunch of stuff like that. Of course, since you're killing so many, if you're force spawning them, you're gonna get a chance for like the epic BOEs and stuff like that. Yeah, a lot of people were really sleeping on this spot for a while. But I mean, there was also a bunch of people farming it. But what it looks like is that they changed it, so they made it a little bit more inaccessible. But you have to, essentially, if you can still really do it well if you have at least 3 people. Bet you anything, when we get 4 over here, this will just be like a complete instant respawn like it used to be. I don't think I have. I do not ignore people. I definitely do not ignore people, so. Oh, one. Woohoo. Alright. So. Now I'm lagging. Alright. So. We need to have one there. So one on. Oh my god, the whole game is lagging. So I would say we have 5 right now. We need one on skull, one on blue, one on red, and then one back on. Oops. Everybody's taking forever to spawn. Then we'll do one back on silver. Yeah, I bet there is. Yeah, looks like you probably gotta turn war mode off. Ooh, the lag is fierce. Ah, I saw that. Somebody sent test. Yep, I do have a funny character in this one. It's the eye. I am still brutally lagging. Alright. Oh, oh, oh. That's not what I wanted. I wanted to. Alright, so at least I'm glad I'm not the only one. I was like turning off YouTube, trying to figure out what the hell's going on. Lag is for real when you're doing this one. Boomer, we don't have any room right now if you're in the chat. Sorry about that. Of course I don't have graphics on low. I probably should. We'll do this. We'll just knock it all the way down. How about that? Oof. Lag is still for real. Hero, we'll try to get you in next time, man. All right, so do we have everybody? Yeah, we do. Okay. Oh, it's just me that's slacking because I'm sitting here and I'm not paying attention. Hold on, everybody. All right. Well, these seem to be pretty much doing what they used to do. Yeah, lag is insane. We're killing a lot of these guys, though. Timer. Nice. God, I forgot how good this farm was. Alright. Yep, Alabaster is another good set that's from here. That you can get here. It's not from here, but you know what I meant. You know what I meant. Milan, it is not worth solo farming this. Well, okay. Let me rephrase that. Is it worth solo farming this and killing all of them, each group individually, flying to each group, if you already have established transmog on your server? No. If you don't, and you're wanting to get into the transmog market, this actually probably would be a pretty decent farm to go around in solo. You just kill those 3 groups. Ooh, Valorous. Nice. I'll have all my stuff up where I could see. You could, yeah, and you can make your own groups, all that fun stuff. There's a bunch of ways you could go about doing it. But yeah, if you wanted to start getting transmog and stuff like that on your server, this would actually probably be really good. Hey, Paul. Yeah, actually, we did, I don't know if you were here earlier, but we did probably about 2.5 hours of small egg farming just earlier in the stream. Yeah, they're killing it right now. 20 to 24 on my server a pop. I farmed in Lochmadan, which is, if you have a druid, it's a good spot. If not, even if you don't, you're just going to do it by yourself, go to Westfall. Actually, I can show you real quick. You want to go to Westfall right here. There's like a little whale corpse, and you'll see a couple of let's see, you'll see a couple of the flesh rippers, little buzzard looking dudes sitting right here, and they'll spawn like maybe 4 or 5, and just sit there and kill them. We do see a glitch in the matrix. Alright, run around, everybody loot, loot, loot. You didn't get my message? Holy crap, look at that lag. I don't know if y'all could see that on my end with the video, but I legit hit loot and then hit enter, and it took like a solid 6 or 7 seconds before that message went through. Oh my god. We're gonna crash the server doing this. And we're getting some decent drops. So the I think it's the Heraldic. Yeah, I need to get my add-ons going up so that I can actually make sure that I'm telling you guys the right things. If I'm not mistaken, Heraldic is awesome. Hey, Paul, thanks. I appreciate that. Have I done the monk statue farm in the Vale? Ooh. I have not done. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I know which one you're talking about. I actually made a video on that after Archvalder came out and was talking about that. And it got absolutely nerfed to hell. That's no longer viable whatsoever. About the only way that you could get away with saying that you were making gold off of that is if, well, Andrew could make some gold off of that, because essentially what it happens is the only thing that drops off of it now is ghost iron ore. So the only way you're making profit is by mining ghost iron ore, but you kill 20 to 30 of them, but you only have time to loot, or you only have time to actually mine maybe 4 or 5 of them before they start despawning. So, no. My God, that was a hell of a farm, though. The first one that I've ever been a part of that got nerfed. But I knew it was gonna get nerfed because it was just way too powerful. Good, good. See, this is where I get into trouble because, like, this kind of a farm that we're doing right now is like what I started on. So these are the kind of farms that I really, really enjoy doing. And I think that's the second Blanchard Stout that we've had drop. Alright, everybody, loot. Loot, loot, loot. Oh, nice. Cat Widowmaker. Uh, mm, mostly transmog. You got some patterns that'll drop. A little bit of everything, but especially if you do crafting. Um, Good God, I can't even, like, it's not even. I know you guys can probably see this, but like it's not even letting me finish the loot. Can't even loot. Like he's pecking at the dead bodies. Is what it looks like. You have on that druid. I have dual gathering. Majority of my druids have dual gathering. Well, guys, we are gonna give this until 11 my time. That is 18 more minutes, and then we're gonna have to call it for the night. I have to wake up bright and early and get over to work. But since you guys have 4, you're absolutely more than welcome to stay here and play around with this because you'll make a good bit. Ooh, plans for the Wildthorn Mill. Yeah, Andrew, try to join the party again. Ooh, Uther drink. Okay. Oh, gotcha. Um. mm, Oh, is that you? Okay. Don't send it to me yet. We'll wait until off stream. With lag and everything like that, I don't want to do it and it still show up. Got the four beasts. Oh my god. I have not farmed Isle of Giants in a very long time. I probably should do it because I know the transmog from there sells very well. Yeah, I'll have to give that a try. Oh, okay. Another two portals. Lord, it's the best I can do just to get my loot to work. Alright guys. I think that I'm gonna call it for the night. So it's been awesome. You guys keep at it. Make a bunch of gold. Message me and let me know what you guys get. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. I'll probably have a video or two coming out over the next couple of days. I am on a stint on working, so that's why I haven't been able to put anything out quite yet. Um, but yeah, I'll see you guys next time, okay? And there we go. Oh, you're just rubbing it in. All right, guys, take it easy.